matrix. So from the word tridiagonal, you can easily guess that there are three diagonals in which we are interested, and that's why it is called as tridiagonal matrix. So let's see. So consider following simultaneous equations. So there are four equations. You can see a 1 1x plus a 1 2y equal to b1, which is equation number 1. A 2 1x, a 2 2y, a 2 3z equal to b2, equation number 2. Then a 3 2y plus a 3 3y plus a 3 4u, sorry, a 3 2y plus a 3 3z plus a 3 4u equal to b3, and a 4 3z plus a 4 4u equal to b4. So these are the four equations. When you look at these four equations carefully, you can see that x, y, z and u, four unknowns are there. So four equations, four unknowns. So we can say that we can solve this particular set of equations. And why this particular set of equation is called as tridiagonal matrix? Because when you convert these equations into a matrix form, then you can see that especially matrix A. So the main diagonal elements, that is A11, A22, A33 and A44, they are non-zero. And along with the main diagonal, there are two more diagonals. One is highlighted by a red color, that is A21, A32 and A43. This is sub-diagonal and it also has all non-zero elements. Similarly, one super diagonal you can see highlighted by uh, blue color, A12, A23 and A34. These are also have non-zero elements. And if you exclude these three diagonals, main diagonal, sub-diagonal and super diagonal, all the remaining elements are zero, you can see. So this is the special case of a matrix in which the three diagonals have non-zero elements and remaining elements have zero. And what we generally do, we ultimately we are interested in finding out the values of x, y, z and u. And for that, what we do, we convert matrix A into upper triangular matrix, just like Gauss elimination method. And for that purpose, we need to make A21, A32 and A43 equal to 0 by performing row operations. So once we make these three elements to 0, we can say that by using back substitution, we can calculate all the unknown values, that is x, y, z and u. And to make these three elements to 0, we can use Gauss elimination method, or the process that we adopted for Gauss elimination method. So this is how we solve a problem related to tridiagonal matrix. Our ultimate aim is to find out unknown, and if you compare this particular process with the Gauss elimination method, then you can say that comparatively this particular problem is bit easy and take less number of time to reach to solution. So that is added advantage of this particular method. Sometime the equation 1 to 4 are given in a different order. So when you convert that into matrix form, you may feel that this is not a tridiagonal matrix. And but if you do some row operation, that is interchanging the rows, then you may realize that yeah, this is the problem related to tridiagonal matrix. So whenever a question related to this, make sure that you are looking to the equations carefully and verifying that whether this is a problem of tridiagonal matrix or not. Okay, so with this we will take one example and solve the same. So solve the following equations using Thomas algorithm. So 2x minus y equal to 50 minus x plus 2y minus z equal to 1 minus y plus 2z equal to 1. So these are the three equations given to you, and in the question it is clearly mentioned that you need to solve this by Thomas algorithm. So definitely the three diagonals will have non-zero elements and remaining elements will have zero. So you need to check out these equations carefully. You can easily say that there are three unknowns x, y and z. In equation 1, you can say that the element z, the coefficient of z is 0. In equation number 2, the coefficients of x, y, z are non-zero. And in equation number 3, we can see that the coefficient of x is 0. So the first step is to convert the given equation into a matrix form. So matrix form of the above equations is, so take the coefficient of equation 1, 2, 3 and write in the form of A as coefficient matrix, X as unknown matrix, and which is equal to B. So matrix A is 2 minus 1 0, minus 1 2 minus 1 0 minus 1 2. So if you look at a matrix A, then main diagonal is this where all the elements are non-zero, and sub diagonal has two elements, they are also non-zero, that is minus 1 minus 1, and super diagonal has also two elements minus 1 minus 1, they are also non-zero, and remaining elements of the matrix are 0. So you can easily say that if you directly convert the equation into matrix, then you will directly get the tridiagonal matrix form. Then X matrix, that is unknown matrix, has three unknowns x, y, z, and matrix B has three elements 50, 1, 1. So three equations, three unknowns, so we can solve this particular problem. Now first step is to make the first element of subdiagonal to 0, and for that we perform row operations R2 minus 1 by 2 R1. So this operation we will do on row number 2, and once you do that, the minus 1 will become 0, and all the elements from second row will now take new values. So you can see here we perform row operations on second row, and we will make the first element of subdiagonal to 0, and you will get new form. Now in next step what we will do, we will make the second element of subdiagonal, that is minus 1, and we will try to convert this to a 0, and for that we will use second row, and we will perform an operation R3 plus 1 by 1.5 into R2. So this particular operation we will perform on row number 3, and you can see that this particular element, that is second element of subdiagonal, now it is becoming 0. Then new values to row number 3, you can see that is 1.33 and 18.33. Now when you look at this particular matrix, you can say that matrix A is now converted to upper diagonal matrix. So all the elements below main diagonal are 0. So if we use row number 3, you can calculate value of z. Then if you use row number 2, then it will have two unknowns y and z, but we already calculate z, so you can calculate the value of y by using row 2. And again, if you go to row number 1, you can calculate unknown x. So let's see how it is calculated. So this process is called as back substitution. So then by using third row, 1.33z equal to 18.33. So rewrite this equation. You will get z as 13.1778. Then use second row. When you use second row, you will get this equation 1.5y minus 1 into z, that is minus z, which is equal to 26. So you will get this particular equation. Rewrite this equation and put the known values. Here we know the value of z, we put into this equation, and now in this equation only one unknown, that is y. So we'll write this equation y equal to, and take remaining terms on right side of that equation, and you will get y as 26.52. So this is how you get value of y. Then we use first row. So when you use first row, you can see that 2x minus y plus 0 equal to 50. So you will get this particular equation. Then in this equation, y is unknown, put the value of y, which is 26.52, and upon simplifying, you will get value of x as 38.26. So these are the solution for given set of equations. X is equal to 38.26, y equal to 26.52, and z equal to 13.78. So these are the answers. Now what you can do, you can put the value of x, y, z in equation 1, 2, and 3, the given equations, especially on the left side, and check whether you are getting the value which is there on right side. For all equations, if you get value which is on right side, when you put the value of x, y, z on left side, then you can say that the answers are correct. But if one of the equations, if you are not getting the values which is on right side, then whatever answers you calculated may be wrong. So be careful while doing calculations. Problem looks very easy, but there are very high chances that you will get wrong answers. So with this,